Welcome to our channel Amorous Intimacy. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. Have you ever noticed how men and women seem to apologize differently? Or how often they say I'm sorry? It's a subtle difference, but it can speak volumes about how genders are conditioned to communicate. Women, it seems, are less likely to offer apologies. This isn't about being rude or inconsiderate. It's about navigating a complex web of societal expectations and ingrained behaviors. From childhood, girls are often taught to be polite, accommodating, and mindful of others' feelings. While these are valuable qualities, they can lead to over-apologizing. Women might say sorry for things they're not responsible for, simply to smooth over interactions or avoid conflict. This pattern can continue into adulthood, impacting relationships and even professional settings. But why do women fall into this trap of excessive apologies? The answer lies in understanding the societal norms and expectations placed upon them. Women are often expected to be peacemakers, nurturers, and conciliators. They are encouraged to prioritize harmony and avoid confrontation, even at the expense of their own needs and opinions.
Society often places a heavier burden of politeness on women. They are expected to be agreeable, non-confrontational, and always mindful of others' feelings. While these are positive traits, they can contribute to a pattern of over-apologizing. Women may apologize for things they haven't done or for expressing their opinions directly. This pressure to conform to societal norms can be particularly challenging in professional environments. Women may feel the need to soften their language, downplay their accomplishments, or apologize for taking up space. This can undermine their confidence and limit their ability to assert themselves effectively. The expectation of women as peacemakers can also influence their communication styles. They may be more likely to prioritize maintaining relationships over expressing their own needs. This can lead to situations where women apologize to avoid conflict or to appease others, even when they have done nothing wrong.
The apology trap is a term used to describe the cycle of excessive apologizing that women can fall into. It's a pattern of behavior where women feel compelled to apologize for things they shouldn't have to, often to avoid conflict or appease others. This constant need to say sorry can be detrimental to their self-esteem and limit their ability to express themselves authentically.
Women might apologize for taking up space, for voicing their opinions, or even for someone else's mistake. This stems from a desire to maintain harmony and avoid being perceived as aggressive or confrontational. However, it can create an imbalance in relationships and make women feel unheard and undervalued.
Breaking free from the apology trap requires a conscious effort to recognize and challenge these ingrained behaviors. It involves setting boundaries, asserting oneself, and learning to communicate effectively without resorting to unnecessary apologies. It's also important to remember that apologies, when genuine, are a powerful tool for building and maintaining relationships. They demonstrate empathy, accountability, and a willingness to make amends.
Men and women often approach communication from different perspectives. These differences, while subtle, can lead to misunderstandings and misinterpretations. Men, generally speaking, tend to value directness and conciseness in their communication. They see conversations as opportunities to exchange information or solve problems.
Women, on the other hand, often prioritize building connections and fostering relationships through communication. They may use language more indirectly, focusing on building rapport and empathy. These differences in communication styles can impact how men and women perceive apologies.
For instance, a man might interpret a woman's apology as an admission of guilt, even if it was intended as a way to express empathy or smooth over a situation.
Conversely, a woman might perceive a man's lack of apology as a sign of insensitivity, when in reality, he may not have even realized an apology was expected. These differing communication styles highlight the importance of understanding and appreciating these nuances.
By recognizing that men and women may express themselves differently, we can bridge the communication gap and foster more meaningful and respectful interactions.
Culture plays a significant role in shaping our communication patterns, influencing not only the way we speak, but also the way we interpret and respond to others. One of the most fascinating aspects of cultural influence on communication is the propensity to apologize. Apologies can serve various functions, from mending social bonds to demonstrating respect and humility. These social rituals of apologizing are not just about admitting fault, they're about acknowledging the other person's feelings and maintaining social cohesion. Apologies in these contexts are used to express respect, humility, and deference. They are a way of showing that one values the relationship and is willing to take steps to preserve it. Children learn communication styles from their families and communities, absorbing the norms and values that are prevalent in their environment. These early experiences shape their understanding of when and how to apologize. The frequency and context of apologies in one's upbringing can significantly influence their behavior. For instance, children who are taught to apologize for minor infractions, such as accidentally bumping into someone, may develop a habit of apologizing readily. Conversely, in environments where apologies are rare or seen as a sign of weakness, children may grow up with a different perspective. They might view apologies as unnecessary or even detrimental, leading to a reluctance to apologize in adulthood. In other cultures, apologies are reserved for situations where there is a clear need to take responsibility for a wrongdoing. This approach emphasizes the seriousness of an apology and ensures that it is not used lightly. The cultural differences in the usage of apologies highlight the diverse ways in which people navigate social interactions. In some societies, an apology is a way to smooth over any potential conflict and maintain social harmony. Upbringing also plays a crucial role in shaping one's understanding of apologies. The way parents and caregivers model apology behavior can leave a lasting impression on children. However, if someone has been on the receiving end of insincere or manipulative apologies, they may be more hesitant to offer them themselves. Insincere apologies can erode trust and make individuals wary of the act of apologizing. This hesitance can stem from a fear of being perceived as insincere or from a desire to avoid the negative emotions associated with past experiences. Conversely, if someone has experienced the healing power of a genuine apology, they may be more likely to apologize freely and sincerely. A heartfelt apology can mend relationships, restore trust, and foster a sense of understanding and forgiveness.
Understanding the nuances of why women might apologize less often is key to fostering better communication between genders. It's not about placing blame or perpetuating stereotypes.
It's about recognizing the societal pressures and ingrained behaviors that shape our communication styles. By acknowledging the apology trap and understanding the different ways men and women communicate, we can start to bridge the gap.
Men can be more mindful of their language and consider whether an apology might be warranted, even if they don't feel personally responsible.
Women can work on asserting themselves more directly and avoiding unnecessary apologies. This involves building confidence, setting boundaries, and learning to communicate their needs effectively.
Ultimately, the goal is to create a space where both genders feel heard, respected, and empowered to communicate authentically. Remember, communication is a two-way street.
It requires effort, understanding, and a willingness to bridge the gap between differing perspectives. By embracing these differences and engaging in open and honest dialogue, we can build stronger, more fulfilling relationships.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel.